Hello, I'm Brian from Perfect Circuit, and I'm here today to talk to you about my torso, T-1 algorithmic sequencer. This is a fantastic device that I have been playing with recently, and it is perfect for generating melodic tonal patterns pseudo-randomly, but in a very controlled and fun fashion. This is a sequencer that is perfect for plugging into a multi-timbral synth, any sort of synth via MIDI. You can plug it into a computer to also access the 16 simultaneous tracks, and there's also CV gate and CV outputs if you wanted to plug it into a modular. What I like most about this is that you don't have to pay too much attention to music theory, to the actual tonal or melodic elements that you want to create. You can sort of plug in various parameters, tweak them a bit to find a loop that you like, and focus really on just sculpting sound or creating interesting synth patches. So today I am going to play a little bit of a full 16-channel patch that I have put together here to function well with a little bit of piccolo bass. I have a few channels in Ableton that are hooked up to synthesizers, and then I have this virus here that is in multi-timbral mode. So here it is. That piece was composed using the Torso T1 as the main vessel for melodic and rhythmic composition. When using the T1, its core, its heart, is the very intuitive Euclidean sequencer. As you can see here, the pulses for one of the kicks are indicated with the orange. If we turn it on, you can hear an odd polyrhythmic sound. That is how you get something that is odd but still in time. If we wanted something a little more standard, the benefit to having this visual interface is that you can quickly dial up different patterns without having to think too much about the somewhat complicated math that goes behind it. So in this patch, I had several channels going into the virus. I had a few more going into an Ableton session. The way that you get melodic sequences and generate interesting tonal patterns is by setting just a few parameters and letting it go, letting it do its thing. You act more as the gardener, doing a few little tweaks here and there until you get a loop or looping rhythm that you quite enjoy. Let's actually look at making one of these melodic patterns. First off, we're going to take this channel right here and we're just going to listen to our sound. By default, there's nothing fired. You can see this pressing pulses. Here's the speed that it's going. We're just going to add a few and see what happens. Turn up the division to make it a little bit faster. Now we have just a single note. By holding the pitch, you get access to any note here. It vaguely looks like the keys, octaves, and we're going to quantize this to a nice little scale. By holding down the scale, you can select one of several pre-programmed scales, or you can create your own. I went ahead and chose the pentatonic scale, and you can choose the root, ensuring that all of your selections are going to be harmonically correct. After that, we're going to change it from being in chord mode and only have it fire single notes. After that, we can just simply choose a few notes that we like. Instead of having it be static and fixed, this voicing and range are the key knobs that you want to adjust to get something that you enjoy. By changing the range, it automatically will go up or down in octaves that are harmonically correct to the scale that you choose. The voicing is also going to change which intervals it hits based on the pitches you select. You can add a little bit of swing, a little bit of chaos by adding a few repeats. And a very interesting part about this is the pace. If you hold down Control and move the time knob, you can change it to an acceleration or deceleration. Let's add another voice. We'll select this channel, do the same thing, but since we already have our scale and root from the previous one, we'll go ahead and make sure we have those selected. Just add a couple pulses. If you're the type of person who would like to give up a little bit of sequence control in exchange for quickly dialing in complex rhythmic patterns and melodic sequences, the Torso T1 might just be for you. If you want to focus more on sound design and less on the music theory part or rhythmic composition part, and would just like to focus on creating a space, the Torso T1 does that very well. That's all we got for today. Remember to like and subscribe. We will see you next time.